Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are all of you guys? I don't know why the recording doesn't really come out that clear. I don't know how clear is it for you guys? Is it clear? Is it very clear? Good. How is it? So alhamdulillah guys, alhamdulillah, this is another week has passed and it's clear, yeah? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, excellent, excellent. Because normally when I come, As-salam Ibrahim, good to see you, bro. Good to see you again. Wa alaikum assalam, Tahmid. How are you, Tahmid? Saab, you good? Are you enjoying your nice sunny Jummah? Yes, as you can see, the light on my face, that's the sun that is. Yeah, that's not Noor. Okay, before some of you says, mashallah, with that Noor on his face. Yeah, and actually I did wash my face here today, so, you know. So, wa alaikum assalam, rahmatullah, brother Fahad. Nice to see you, brother Fahad. Sound like a Robocop. Okay, anyone else having problems with the sound? I hope it's not your connection, Tahmid. Okay, so anyway, so what I wanted to mention today was something I came across in a verse. I was teaching Surah Yaseen, and I actually covered this with wa alaikum assalam, Fahim, kitabe. So I was discussing about Surah Yaseen, and in Surah Yaseen there's an analogy or a kind of example that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives of the people who don't accept Islam. So the Prophet ﷺ is conveying his message, the people are not accepting his message, and so it kind of naturally comes in the mind of the Prophet ﷺ that why is it that these people are not accepting Islam? Like, what is the reason for why they, despite knowing the Quran, despite understanding the Arabic language, and being much better than us when it comes to understanding the words of the Quran in the native language, how come they're not accepting Islam? So Allah says that Inna ja'alna fi a'naqihim aghlalan, we have placed in their necks shackles, and we have placed their hands by their necks, and so they're looking upwards. So what came to my mind was an interesting kind of like a reflection on this verse, which was that the example of shackles is like, it's as though Allah is saying that these people, what they've actually done, they've kind of taken all the baggage of their society and they've made it into shackles for themselves. So it's like Islam has come and told them, right, you got to get rid of racism, you got to get rid of arrogance, you got to get rid of treating people rubbishly or with rubbish, and then what he's basically done is it's kind of taken that and they've actually built for themselves a culture, built for themselves a mindset. Now when they see Islam contrasting with their culture, it's difficult for them to accept Islam, because it means all those years of culture that they had, all those years of those philosophies and beliefs and systems that they put in place, it was hard for them to break away from that. It was like shackles. They had created for themselves in their communities shackles. This is like one of the things that we have in our communities today. We all know that. We've got problems in our communities because of baggage that we've created for ourselves, and some of our baggage is coming from 4,000 miles away from other countries. And we've created this baggage, whether it's to do with marriage, whether it's to do with bringing up children, whether it's to do with, how we, deal with matters in our community. And like, we're kind of restricted now. We know what Islam says, and we know how Islam deals with it. But it's that those shackles that Allah is talking about, that they kind of right all the way up to our neck. They're like restricting us from actually seeing the problem that we're in. And so, it's a very kind of good way of looking at things in life as well. That if you really want to accept Islam, if you know Islam is the true message, you've got to be willing to compromise and give up some of those things that you're doing in your community which are wrong. So these things are wrong, and despite all of that, Islam is just teaching you what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're not willing to give up on these things, like some people might not want to accept Islam because they've got to give up on alcohol. Some people might not want to give up on Islam because they might have to start doing hijab. Some people might not want to give up Islam because they're going to have to pray 5 times a day. It's like these kind of mental shackles that they created for themselves. So they're not willing to. So it's a very interesting point I thought I'd share with you guys, how Allah presents something in the Quran, and reading it so many years, all of a sudden now it starts to click. Okay, which car? No, I haven't bought a car yet. I'm still waiting. I'm still looking. So I looked at some of your ideas. Some of you guys said buy a German car, Japanese car, and one of you guys said buy a was it a hybrid. So I'm still looking, guys. Make dua, inshallah. I'll find a good car, inshallah. Hopefully I'm gonna get one, inshallah. Make dua this time next week. I've got a car. At the moment, I'm driving my brother's car, or getting around with lifts and all that. But alhamdulillah, it kind of makes you appreciate life more. Sometimes you have something in life for so long and then you lose it, and then you realize how important that was in your life and how much Allah had made your life easier with that thing. So anyway, how are you guys? What is the latest with you guys? What have you guys been up to? Today I have badminton, so I'm gonna play badminton inshallah today. So 4 o'clock is my badminton. I have to leave before that, and I was gonna say to you, make dua that I win badminton, but wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, brother Murad Khan. So anyway, let me know if there's any questions you guys have, so I can help you guys with that if I know the answer to it. Otherwise, so have you guys seen the new intros that I've been doing? Have you guys seen the new intros I've been doing on my videos? Yeah, the slick kind of way that it starts off. Yeah, with the words dropping and the sounds. So these are some new techniques I learned. Remember I told you last week, I'm learning some new editing skills. So these are some of the new editing skills that I've been learning. Alhamdulillah, it's a very kind of, I'm starting to enjoy editing. You can see the artistic kind of nature it kind of brings out of you as well. So when you do editing, you kind of have to think about, you kind of have to plan it out beforehand, how you want to present it. It's not just something which occurs all of a sudden. You have to kind of think, okay, how do I want to present this video? And then you have to kind of find ways to achieve that. So I'm thinking maybe in the future, once I become quite good at editing, I might make some videos how I edit. So maybe, some of you guys, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, MB, hope you're well. So maybe I'm gonna make some tutorials on how I edit. And you guys can learn editing as well. Editing is a very good skill to have, especially nowadays. It's something which a lot of people will benefit from if you can do some good editing. And in reality, media is a crucial element to our society nowadays. And as Muslims, we need to have very, very good, high quality media productions, I think. If they can create, movies and films that become so powerful that they can keep a person occupied for 1 hour, 2 hours, and if it's an Indian film, 10 hours. Okay, what inspired you to teach on YouTube? Dark Saber, I like that name, man. Dark Saber 2. Oh, so who's Dark Saber 1 then? Okay, so Jazakallah khair, MB. So what inspired me to do YouTube? Well, basically, I thought to myself, I kind of saw that YouTube, or actually the pedagogy of teaching, I think, is being lost in our communities. We're kind of teaching everything the same way. So we're teaching Arabic the same way, and we're teaching Quran the same way, and we're teaching Hadith the same way. And for a lot of people, when they compare it with how they're taught in schools and college, university, they kind of belittle our Dark Saber 1 was taken. Allahu Akbar, Allah. Okay, Dark Saber 2 sounds cool, man. Dark 2 sounds good, sounds slick. So I thought to myself, you know what? I saw, remember that guy called Salman Khan? Not Salman Khan, Bollywood Salman Khan, but Khan Academy. So I saw how he was doing things, and I thought to myself, you know what? This is an excellent way, and if I can teach things through this way, a lot of people are visual learners, and they will learn things very quickly and make a lot of sense. Because I kind of had, when I was studying in madrasa, I think a lot of the drawbacks that I experienced was because the method of teaching, it wasn't a very effective method of teaching. Yeah, and not to criticize, I'm not criticizing the place I studied. Alhamdulillah, I respect, and I've got a lot of admiration. But the thing is, wherever there's shortcomings, we have to improve it, I think. So we should always be willing. Back from Jummah Intellect, Jazakallah khair. May Allah accept your Jummah and ours. from Yorkshire are coming to Birmingham next month. Would it be possible for us to come and take, you know, come from Yorkshire, yeah, take money from, and tours. Yes, bro, come down, inshallah, come down. Let me know beforehand, yeah, and inshallah we'll have a check of that, inshallah. Let me know, inshallah, and we'll see if I'm free, because I've got some talks lined up. Might be away, but let me know exactly when. So yeah, so that's basically why I started the YouTube channels, and I also saw that through YouTube you can actually rewind them as well. Yeah, you can play them back. Yes, intellect. I am from Birmingham, Brummie. I'm from Brummie. Sounds like a Yorkshire Brummie. So yeah, so then I thought that, you know, YouTube is going to be the best thing, because people can forward it, and especially things like fiqh and detailed things that, you know, require a bit of thought. Anyway, yeah, so that's why I kind of started YouTube. And I also, another reason later on which kind of developed was I wanted people to kind of appreciate and understand the way of teaching as well. And I saw a lot of students that studied in madrasas around here. They kind of don't really, they're not really either teaching at their full potential, or they're not receiving the knowledge at the full potential. So someone will study a very advanced book, and at the end of it, they might have only benefit 20% from it. It's like 80% of it was out of respect. They didn't say anything to the teacher, right? Which is not fair. I feel it's not fair where a student is gonna come from so far to study, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's just, you know, it's just very sad. So that's why I thought I'd put it up as a supplement for people. And a lot of teachers have contacted me and they said they use my material, and a lot of students say they supplement it with their studying as well. So alhamdulillah, you know, may Allah accept it from all of us, inshallah. And my patrons, yeah. So my patrons, you guys are getting loads of reward, inshallah. Okay, next question. What are your opinions about terrorist self-bombings on Indian army? I don't know exactly what happened, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of terrorism going on in the world, lots of things. I mean, a lot of things that we hear on the news and information, a lot of the information that we receive isn't really the full factual information. We receive it biased in the way that, you know, media outlets, they're presented to us. So I don't like commentating on things which I'm not really good at. So I don't really know politics that well. So ask me Arabic questions, stuff like that. But politics, I'm not really good at it. Okay, when I think of Allah, I want to take ablution. I instinctively try to visualize faces. I don't want to, and it's a form of shirk, but it's like a bad habit. No, it's not a form of shirk. Blue spirit, it is totally fine. You can visualize whatever you want, inshallah. Yeah, visualize whatever you want. I mean, look, the Prophet ﷺ, he said that a person will not be held responsible for their thoughts. As long as a person doesn't say it or act upon it, you won't be responsible. So your thoughts are something which are in your mind, you're not going to be held responsible for it. But obviously, if you keep thinking of bad things, you try and distract yourself. Distract your mind. And you know, okay, Ibrahim Khalil saying, Alaikum Assalam, bro, in India, if any terrorist attack happens, people think Islam is responsible. That's true. I mean, it's brother, I know you're probably from India, but we in the UK have experienced this firsthand. You know, unfortunately, Muslim people have committed attacks in the UK, and now we are the rest of the ones are having to suffer from that. So maybe it's something which the first time you guys are experiencing, but around the world, I mean, a lot of countries have experienced this, that they feel as though Islam is being blamed for the actions of a few. So it's a very sad thing. You should start a series on surf and how the words have changed. Definitely. Dark Saber, you are the man. And guess what? I'm actually planning on one. I'm going to do a different style of surf, inshallah. You guys are going to find out. I'm going to do a different style of surf. I'm trying to find out what is the best way to teach different sciences, like what is the most optimum way to teach it. So inshallah, I've got this thing lined up for surf, but it's just going to take a bit of time to plan it. What are your thoughts on Ahmad Raza Khan? Do you consider him Ahl Sunnah? Maulana Ahmad Raza Khan, I accept him as a scholar. I have a lot of respect for his works that he's done, and I benefit from a lot of the works that he's done. So yeah, I consider him to be a Muslim from the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes. All scholars in history have made mistakes, have said things which can be taken out of context, which have been, you know, manipulated by other people, and that's not really, the reader shouldn't really read into that. A person should only judge people according to a clear, you know, explicit sort of statements that people have made. And there have been people in the past who have been extreme, people who have been very lenient, liberal, conservative, whatever you want to call them. So that's how I look at it. I don't know, maybe you disagree with me. So an option for baldness is to use hair stems. These are permanent wigs stuck onto the scalp. Is it permissible? How about real synthetic hair? Any leeway for real hair in 4 madhabs? I haven't really come across anything in the 4 madhabs for real hair. Yeah, I haven't, unless it's your own hair, from your own body. Yeah, and I think there is some scope there. If it's from your own body, like your own hair they take from your neck or from your thighs or from other parts of your body, I think there might be scope there. But generally, when it comes to the hair issue, the issue is it medical? If it's medical and there is a possible way of treating it, then yeah, it's possible there is some scope for that. What are your thoughts on Illuminati? I don't know, I don't know about Illuminati. I haven't really met any Illuminatis. And I've seen a lot of these kind of movies and documentaries that people talk about Illuminati and conspiracy theories. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Illuminati are really? I definitely think in the world there's obviously organizations that are controlling the way things work. They're controlling the markets. They're controlling certain influential people in governments, and that definitely I think occurs. But to say there's like this organization and it's like affecting everyone like that, I don't know. Maybe there might be one. Might not be called Illuminati, but there might be. Is it wajib to keep a fist-length beard in the Hanafi madhab? There's ikhtilaf on that, on the beard. There's ikhtilaf. Like Sheikh Zahid al-Kawthari, he was a famous scholar. His beard was very short. And there was many of the Arab, scholars, the Hanafis, they were on the opinion that the beard, it's not wajib to keep a fist length. But on the Indian subcontinent, they're quite strict on this beard. Can you do some videos on reading and translating by yourself? So to pick up sentence structure, like going through basic text like you have done previously, but students were taking time. Okay, do you mean those kind of the reading ones that I done, where people call in and they read? Is that what you're talking about, Shazad? Okay, Osama Ali, Salam, you are doing a great job. I'm following your footsteps, just landing Karachi this year to Alim course. MashaAllah, Osama Ali, may Allah accept, don't follow my footsteps, follow people better than me, alhamdulillah. But may Allah accept your efforts, and if you need any help, inshallah, contact me, inshallah, let me know, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. Okay, so it's a difficult journey, obviously, traveling abroad and living there, especially Pakistan and the climate and the food and all that. But don't worry, inshallah, persevere, make lots of dua every single day. Make dua to Allah, He gives you strength and steadfastness. Inshallah, you'll be okay. What's your manhaj, ya shaykh? Like, what do you mean by manhaj? What do you mean manhaj? You gotta be more specific. Manhaj simply means a way. What's your way? Like, what's my way of making YouTube videos? What's my way of? So you gotta be more clear, intellect. Manhaj. What do you mean manhaj? So, okay. So I'm gonna have to go in a bit. So 5 more minutes, then I have to go because I've got badminton. And then inshallah, I'm gonna. Do you believe in jinn possession? Some of these say jinn possession is not real and they can be explained via other methods, for example, seizures, multiple personality disorders. Do I believe in jinn possession? Yes, I believe in it. I'm actually, firsthand, I've experienced a few people in the past with jinn possession. And, I've spoken to some psychologists as well, and they've said that they can't explain it. So there was some scholars in the past who kind of refused to believe in jinn possession, Mu'tazila. But I don't really agree with their dalils with that. I don't believe with dalils. I mean, I believe there is something called as jinn possession. Sometimes something exists, like for example, gravity exists, yeah? But it's just because it's not in the Quran explicitly that gravity exists, it doesn't mean that gravity doesn't exist. Yeah, so if someone says, for example, the sky is not blue because I've never found in the Quran or Hadith that it says the sky is blue. Obviously, we don't need everything to be explicitly in the Quran in capital letters to say that it exists or not. What's the difference between sunnah غير مؤكدة and mustahab? Sunnah غير مؤكدة and mustahab. It depends what you're talking about. Like which kind of thing you're talking about. Like salat, are you talking about clothing, are you talking about other issues like fasting and stuff. Is it possible to pay for pre-recorded Hanafi lectures you did in the past? Hanafi lectures? Oh no, I haven't done any of those. I haven't done any. I just did one. I just did that one. It was a one-off thing. But I'm thinking if there is a lot of interest, I'm thinking of maybe going through Radd al-Muhtar. going through Radl, it's actually muhtar, okay, not muhtar. I used to make that mistake as well, bro. Yeah, it's muhtar, without the kha. So what I can possibly do, I'm thinking, because I'm just waiting to buy some more equipment. I'm saving up with the money from the Patreon to buy some more equipment, a good camera and some good, because the laptop I've got at the moment is very slow, and you know I need more equipment and some good software as well. Inshallah, once I get that, I'm going to start, hopefully try to start some new projects. And one of the projects I was thinking about is maybe I can do Radd al-Muhtar and go through it systematically, just covering a bit, and I'll have it like this, so you can see me and maybe have the text on the side or something of those lines. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. Are you interested in that? What advice do you give to students of knowledge who suffer from social anxiety? Is having good speaking skills and confidence necessary for an alim? No, you don't need to have good confidence, to be an alim. I mean, it depends what field you want to work in. If you want to work in the field of research, if you want to work in the field of writing and things like that, you won't need it. Okay, so I've got to go now, guys. So my time is up. What are your thoughts on Mufti Abu Layth? Yes, the question I have on social anxiety too. Exactly my point. You should do a Diwan al-Imam al-Shafi in English. The thing was, I was going to do Diwan Imam Shafi in English, but I don't see the benefit of it for the English reader. Like, unless you're just looking for are you just talking about you just want the benefits, like the kind of beneficial sort of points that you can gain from this? Is that what you're on about? Because I personally, the adab, I think it's all about like absorbing Arabic, and you can only fully absorb Arabic if you teach it in Arabic and if you listen to it in Arabic. And that's wallahi, that's my experience. That shows that learning Arabic through English, like someone mentioned the last time, yeah, and I totally agree with them, that if you learn Arabic or any language through another medium, you're limited to how much you can absorb it. Okay, safe from year 4. Allahu Akbar. Al-Kitab Academy. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Ameen. May Allah accept. And put barakah in that matay that you gave. Anyone who has not seen this video is truly missing out. Yes, definitely tell everyone, guys. Tell everyone safe. So, okay, guys. Jazakumullah khair, and I will see you guys inshallah next time. Do you guys enjoy me making these kind of question and answer live streams? If you do, then maybe I can make some more of these. If they're beneficial, if they're useful, inshallah. Jazakallah khair, Dark Saber. Inshallah, I will. Thank you very much. And take care, inshallah. Remember your du'as, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.